Our first speaker in this conference, Minister Tiffany Blake.
Thank you. What is my identity? Alright, I want 2 volunteers to tell me if somebody says, who are you? How would you describe yourself? 2 volunteers.
I am Tony, a proud student of the Bishop Vincent High School. I am very hardworking. I'm very self-confident, and I'm beautiful inside and out.
Amen. Give her a hand. So what does the word identity mean to you? Identity is about traits. It can be positive or negative traits. It's a combination of things that you do. It's your talents, it's your strengths, your passions, it's what you love, and it's what you care about. Now, identity is on the inside as opposed on the outside, which is where a lot of us get things confused. Because as Pastor Dorrit said, that a lot of us find our identity in clothes, in makeup, in hair, in all manner of stuff. But identity is on the inside. Identity is where? On the inside. Most people define you by the outside. Most people define you by your color of skin. Right? So whether you're a brownie, some people say, no man, she's a brownie, so she must high class. Isn't that so? In our society, which is very sad. And if you see a dark-skinned person driving a Benz, you wonder how they get it. Some people identify you based on your religion. Some people identify you based on your environment, where you come from. If you come from the inner city, they class you in one place. If you come from uptown, they class you in one place. All of the external things that they think that's what makes who you are. If you don't have the internal peace, if you don't have the understanding of how to develop an internal core development, then it's difficult to identify yourself. In our generation today, we are very internet-based. They call us internet babies. Now, how has the internet affected our identity? And how do you keep your online profile consistent with who you really are? Now, we get caught up in social media. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have something now called Snapchat. The problem with the social media is that we begin to duplicate what we see and try to make that into our identity. So nowadays, everybody wants to look like Nicki Minaj. Big bottom, big breasts, small waist, long hair, perfect teeth. Right? Everybody wants to be in a relationship like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Everybody has somebody that they look to. Now there may be somebody in your school or somebody that you know who has the best outfits, right? And the best hairstyles, and they put it forward and they're very, very popular. And we all want to hang out with them, we all want to be a part of them. And so we start to copy what they do. And do you know that everything that is put forth on the internet is their best front? People are not going to put dirty laundry in the public's eye, but people put their best face forward. That is not their identity. I remember when I was in high school, and the ending of high school going on to community college. And to tell you the truth, I didn't think I was pretty. Because I had friends who were much better looking than me. And I never thought I was pretty. But I remember in graduating from high school and about to start Montego Bay Community College. And I went to an all-girls school. And across from us was an all-boys school called Cornell College. And there was a popular young boy. And everybody loved him on. At first I never paid no attention because we never listened to that. Right? But he had on braces and well neat hair always lined up, and he kind of come from the upscale community. And he kind of don't talk to certain people. And I remember remember I went away for the summer. At that time, you probably wouldn't know it. High Five was out. And I remember this boy sent me a message on High Five and say something like, "Hey, cutie." I made a most mistake. So I sent him another message and I said, "I think you sent the wrong message or to the wrong person." And he said, "No, it's you." I said, "Wait." So he said, "Well, must it look good then?" Because every girl wanted this boy. And I remember we went for orientation and I saw him and all the girls were, and it's me him come talk to. I feel bossy. So you know, I'm start put on this lip gloss now. And I remember there was this really, really pretty girl in my class. And she was sitting in the auditorium and we were both sitting together and we were just talking. And a guy walked up to us and said, "You two are sisters?" I was shocked. And I said, "No." And he said, "Boy, you look alike." And I said, "Wow, what's the really?" And then all of a sudden, the popular guys wanted me. But that was me finding my identity in what people were saying. So had somebody come up to me and say, "You don't look good," that would have lowered my self-esteem and I would have thought that I was just ugly, unattractive, and not worth it. Another question, do you feel that people can change over time? Or do we become more of who we really are? Now, I think people can constantly change. I think they can change based on being conscious of the ability to change. You have to know that you can change. Everything starts in the mind. I studied psychology. Once you can challenge your mind to think in a particular way, that is the exact way you're going to walk in. So if you tell yourself, I'm just not worth it. I can't do this. I can't do that. I never pass in my test. And for the other ladies, you know, my husband speaks down to me, right? Nobody acknowledges who I am, and all you're feeding yourself is negative stuff. When you feed yourself negative things, you will walk with that negative behavior. You'll always walk around with a spirit of rejection. And guess what? Spirits are very real. Because if you have a spirit of rejection, other people will pick it up. And so it will just heap abuse on yourself. Now I remember the young lady said she's confident. It doesn't matter how you look. If you are confident, you will turn many heads. Anybody knows Maya Angelou? She passed away, right? But she wrote some of the greatest poems. And one of her great poems was Phenomenal Woman. And Maya Angelou, in the world standard, was not a beautiful woman. But she said in her poems, it is a click in my heels. It is a way how I smile. It is a flash of my eyes. And when I walk into a room, all heads are turned at me. Every single person wanted to be like Maya. And they did not know what it was about her that was drawing them to her. And she called herself a phenomenal woman. Somebody say, I'm a phenomenal woman. Who you are is your self-identity. The way you look at yourself and your relationship to the world. Understanding this allows you to examine who you are and, more importantly, create who you want to be. A lot of us don't know where we're heading. We don't know what it is that we want. And so we're going from A to B. We're following our friends. When I left high school and went into community college, there was a girl who I looked up to. She was a role model for me. She was a year ahead of me. And she did hospitality and tourism management. And it just sounded nice. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. And I went and I did hospitality and tourism management, and I did not know that it included cooking. Which was a very big part of it. And I wasn't pleased because I don't like to cook. But I did learn to cook. But I knew it was not what I wanted to your friends into doing something that does not represent who you are. But it is never too late to start over when you find out what it is that you really want. And so I found out that psychology was what I liked. And so I thrived in psychology. So you need to find out what it is that you really want.